Da. All right. Hello. It's time to Benkyo Shimasho some Nihongo. So here we go. I have to prepare for the N5 test on the JLPT, which is the Japanese Language Proficiency Test. I'm gonna take the lowest level, which is N5. I have some Japanese experience, but honestly, I am starting from scratch because I don't have confidence that I remember anything or know how to do all this stuff. So we're gonna start all over. So here we go. I don't know how to use a tablet very well. I don't know how to use Clip Studio Paint that well, but gosh darn it, we're gonna try. I'm gonna sneeze. Alright. There we go, let's get that out of the way. Alright. So let's clear this off. So, the very first thing we gotta start with is the basic writing and sounds. So we're gonna start off with hiragana. So, let's see if I can remember how to get a quick screenshot here. Alright, well. There we go. So let's see, we're gonna make hiragana. So let me find a hiragana chart to throw up on the screen real quick. I think I can just add a layer. Yeah. Oh, look at me. Add a new layer. Okay. Okay, so there we go. We got a nice little hiragana chart. Alright. So yeah, I'm using Take Him's Guide to Learning Japanese as like a starting place. I read this book like, oh god, like 6 months ago. And so we're trying to get back into it. And I think it's a really good like grammar book, and he's got like a whole website that has like everything in it up for free, so it's a really good resource to use if you're just starting out. So hiragana is a nice place to start because it gives you all the basic sounds. Can I make this bigger? Can I make you bigger? Oh gosh. Hiragana! No. Oh gosh. Okay. No. Select. Oh, this is gonna be painful for people to watch. I'm so sorry. Scale. Oh yay, there we go. Okay, that's bigger. Alright, so now we go back to... Yes, apply the transformation. Go back over here, we click on the pen tool. Okay, and can I write on this tool? Alright, right. No, why can't I write? Okay. Oh no, I messed up. I didn't want to do that. Deselect, there we go. Wait, I can't. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be funny to watch, I'm sure. Why can't I draw? Hello? Oh, do I need to... Oh, did I... There we go. I just had white as my color. Okay. There we go, a nice red. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we have these 5 basic sounds. Oh, I can use I have a tablet that I'm using for the first time. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we got the aro, Everything in here sounds like an ah sound. So we got ah, we got ka for the K. Oh, this. I see this layer is too high. Let's see if I can. Whoops. Okay, let's lower. Oh, you push it down. Lower layer, lower layer, lower. Oh. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're learning. Alright, there we go. Okay. So we have the ah row. Everything in here makes an ah sound. So ka is right here. And sa. And ta. Na. Ah. Ma. Ya. Ra. Wa. And then this little guy right here is kind of an exception. It's the ending consonant, so sounds that like end with an n sound. So that's one of the very few special characters. But I guess they're all special in their own way, but that one's like extra special. So like if a word ends with like a con, so it'll have like a ka and a n. And so that's how that works. So it'd have like a, oh, look at me right. Yeah, yeah. So it'd have something like that. Alright, cool. And then we got the E row, which looks like the letter I, but it's pronounced like E. We got E, E. The S kind of makes like a she sound, and the T kind of makes like a chi sound. Ni, E, me, re. That's the E row. Okay, and then we got the oo row. So, ooh, ooh, ooh. Here's another exception. So this is the tsu sound, which is not a sound we make too much in English. So it's kind of difficult. You kind of have to put your tongue to your lips. Go tsu. There we go. And then we got new. And then the H kind of sounds more like a hu. Hu. My understanding. I could be wrong. I don't know. You have a mu, u, and a ru. Those are all of our oos. Alright, and then our last couple vowels here. We got the eh row. So we got eh itself, and ke, se, te, ne, he, me, and re. That's it. No exceptions there. Eh row's pretty easy. And then our last one, O. So O, O, so, O, no, O, mo, yo, ro. And then this is also an O sound, but it's going to be used differently than our original O sound over here. This one's going to be on the left is going to be a particle, which we'll talk about later. Okay, so that's some of our basics for hiragana. And so yeah, hiragana is like a really simple phonetic characters. It's every single character in hiragana is just a single vowel sound, so they're pretty easy to pronounce. You can make pretty much every word in hiragana. It's one of the first alphabets that's taught for most Japanese kids. They learn it very early, and it's a really good place to start because if you need to look up any word in a dictionary or just online, just a good idea to know how to do hiragana because you can probably figure it out if you know all the sounds. You'll know how to at least write it out. So one of the best things about learning Japanese is that any word is always going to be phonetically spelled. So there's none of the spelling exceptions that you have to learn in English. Every word is spelled exactly how it sounds phonetically. It's a really nice thing. So we do have a couple sample words we could put up here. So let's see if I can, oh gosh, I can get these right. So, oh, I'm so nervous. This is gonna be so botched. Well, actually, before we even start drawing words, we should probably just get the stroke orders down. So stroke orders are every letter, every character has a specific order in which you're supposed to start and write every line in a character. Some people say it's not too important, but it supposedly helps with handwriting and legibility, because just like any other language, you're going to find like different fonts and texts, and handwriting itself can be really different. So it's a good idea just to like kind of know how they work, just to get like a sense on the stroke order, even if it's not 100% correct. The closer you are, the better they're probably going to look. And what's the point of learning a language and not being able to write it legibly? So let's go through them all. So let's start off with let's just start off on go column by column from the right, or I guess row by row from the top. So start with Now, couple just general rules of thumb. There's a couple exceptions, but for the most part, you start from the top. You draw left from right, and you try to do as few lifts as possible with your pen. And usually, the way that you can like look up some words in a dictionary is by like the number of strokes they have. That's also another reason why it's a good idea to know roughly how many strokes you got in a letter. So let's see. So it's gonna start right here. And you just start from the left and draw that first horizontal line. I went a little bit too high on that. I don't know why this tablet has me like at an angle whenever I try to like draw a line. I always go like up and to the right. So let's see if I can do that a little better. Okay. So you start off with that fancy flat horizontal line, and then you start from the top and you go down and you do a little swish. And then you do the fun little loop-to-loop, and you're supposed to come back through the tail and go all the way almost under. So and when you're learning stroke order, a lot of the time they'll have like numbers, and the numbers tell you like where your pen starts. So it's like 1. Oh wait, I already messed up. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3. So that's usually how the practice ones look, is they'll give you like 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was terrible. I don't know if it's me or the tablet or both. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks cute. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's not too bad. 1, 2. That was not as good. But yeah, that's what they kind of look like. Is they're just very simple. Most of hiragana is like very simple stroke counts. Like they don't have a ton of strokes. So it's pretty easy. Undo, undo. All right, that's So just a nice 1, 2, 3. All right. So next we'll do oo. And oo is pretty easy. It's just 2 strokes. So there's the first top part, which kind of starts from the top left again, and you kind of do like a little bit of a like overwrite, like kind of like a little flourish kind of thing. I don't know what they're called. And then you start from the top left again, and you do a little It kind of looks like that, but honestly, they usually kind of look like that. So there is like a little bit of a flourish to it when you're doing like, especially with ink. But yeah, it's kind of just like top left. Ooh. All right, that's oo. Okay, O is another 3-stroke. So it follows the same rules as So we're gonna start from here, and this one goes a little bit up, and then we start with that vertical, and the vertical does like a little loop here. Yeah, and then it goes here, and then it's that really long line in the middle there. So we got the 1, 2, 3. That's it. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's I made it. Where'd you come from? No. So that's, you can see how they're very easy to mix up. So you kind of have to make sure that this part right here has a gap in it. Um, I've also, it looks like they kind of, the tail kind of like loops up a little bit. That's not very good. Get out of here. Uh, practice, right? Okay. So let's try it. Perfect one. Here we go. One, two. All right, that feels pretty good. That's O. All right. Next on our list is E. So E's deceptively difficult because there's some people want to just make like parentheses. It's actually more of like a little kind of like almost J shape and then down. You start in the top left, you do like a J shape, and then you go down. So the one on the right should be shorter. Yeah. I don't know. I always feel like I make this one not very good. Yeah. We're trying here. We're trying. It doesn't seem that good. But yeah, see how this one's like even? That doesn't look very good. It should be ha, and then ha. So like this one should be like on top of a little upward angle, I think. So yeah, just kind of a hua, 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 hua. That's our E. Okay. And then the last one in this column is the A. A, what's happening? So A is actually, it looks complicated, but it's actually only 2 strokes. It's just a lot of kind of going over your stroke. So the first part is the little top. So you should, what? Oh, maybe not that angle. It's kind of flatter than that. So A is kind of like a A. And then, oh, that's way too sharp of an angle, but we'll go with it. And then you basically kind of make like one continuous line. So you go left to right, go down and left, and then you kind of go back over it, and you make like, well, that's way too long, but kind of one of those. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, that doesn't look very good. So, wah, 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 wah. Okay, I'm making him too wide, I think. Gotta tighten up my boy here. Getting closer. It kind of looks like almost like a Z. I always remembered it. It's so easy, like eh. And there's a SMAPU reference in there somewhere, I'm sure. Oh no, I messed up. Ah, get out of there. I didn't. Over here. So, oh, that's just a Z. Hit a button. What happened there? Ah, that's weird. Okay. All right, I gotta get one good one. Sure. Okay, we tried. Let's get those out of here. Okay. We got a bunch of hiragana to do. Here we go. Alright, so next we're going to do the K row. So we'll start off with Ka. Ka is actually 3 strokes. And again, you start with the top left. So in this case, you're going to start off with kind of like the main body of the character, I guess. You're going to draw a nice little hook. And then from there, start on the top, draw that straight line. Whoop. Then you do the little hook on the right. That's it, Ka. Ka. Now, that was a little too angular. It should be more of a, yeah. Because once you see the katakana, you're gonna. I always want to draw. Oh, I lifted too soon. I always want to draw the second line first because I think that's how I learned it the first time. You're actually supposed to start with the hook first. Wah, wah. So, ka 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 ka. So, wah, wah, ka. Alright, and that's ka. Alright, get out of here. Next up is ki. Ki's an interesting one. So ki, actually, you start with the horizontal lines and then you go vertical. So horizontal, horizontal, and the bottom one. Let's try that again. the top one is smaller than the bottom one, so it's like 1, 2, and then a slight angle and a hook back. Sometimes it'll be drawn separately. Whoops. I've seen it like that, but usually you try to hold the stroke order. So 1, 2, whoop. Yeah, I don't know, I'm having a hard time. What is that? This is bad. It's not the right way. It should go in that way. No. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Try that again. 1, 2. Oh man, I'm so bad at this tablet. This is the wrong shape. Yeah, it needs to be like a little bit different. Alright, let's try it. Let's clear the board. Try again. Alright. Here we go. So we got 1, we got 2, and then we go wah, wah. Okay, that feels a little big, but better. 1, 2. Oh, you know what? I wish I had a grid. I should do that next time. Because that is usually, it's on grid paper when you're learning this the first time. What is this? Why is it so wide? Okay. Trying to do it quick, and that is not working. Okay. But yeah, you got the stroke order is the 2 horizontals, and then do that nice long curling line. Okay, next up is ku. Ku is a simple 1 stroke. So can't get much more simple than that. So ku is just you start from the top and you go what? That should be more of a curve. So you want to kind of round it. But it can be hard because if you make it too round, it just looks like a. You want to make sure that there's kind of a soft curve to it. But if you just draw a Pac-Man mouth, yeah, it'll be fine. It's Pac-Man. Yeah. Cool. For sure. All right, finished ku. So now K. K is not so bad. But K, the stroke order is a little bit different because remember it's always top left. But in this case, the top left is a vertical line, and then you do the horizontal, and you do the other vertical line. Now the right vertical should be a little bit longer, and they shouldn't really touch. Like that's too close at the bottom here. And they should be about the same level. This one should be a little lower. This is hard. Man, I'm dreading getting near to kanji. Oh, jeez. Okay, so that's K. K. Alright. We finished K, and now Ko. Ko is just a 2-stroker. So you just do the top one, and the top one is just this little simple whoop. And then the bottom is just a little bit of an angle on Ko. So the top should be kind of an angle, and then kind of an angle. So it kind of looks, that was a little too rounded on the top, but yeah, it's like Ko. You can have a little bit of a flourish on that. That has like a little bit of this going in and going in. So, I didn't go far enough. Yeah, I feel like the ones that have like simple strokes, I like overthink. Those can be kind of hard. All right, so that's the K row. All right, and now Sa, dude. All right. So Sa is a nice, easy 2-stroke to start with. So you start with the horizontal, and then it's just kind of like almost the same motion as like E. A little too big, but we got the idea. And sometimes it is drawn like that, like it's disconnected. Kind of a more like stylized, I guess, or like a font kind of thing. It's actually how I learned it, but I think this is like a more common way to do it. Fewer strokes. So that's Sa. And next up is She. Is a one stroke. But you gotta get it right, so it's like one shot. So, and it doesn't need to go that vertical. Like it can be more of a, yeah, kind of a fishhook looking. She. Oh no, that was too angular right there, so. Yeah. Now it's careful because it's very easy to make She kind of look like other characters that we're gonna see in katakana. So have to be on our toes. All right, so She's done. So let's try Su. All right, here we go. Su. Su is a 1 and then a 2 with a loop-de-loop. No, that's it. So just a maybe not going as angled as that. Why I always go up? Loop. Yeah. Two. Okay, and now we do Say. Say is 3 strokes. So a nice simple vertical line, or horizontal line rather. Then a vertical from the right side, so we're breaking the rules with Say. And a nice little cap there. Now the reason for that one is it's supposed to be like the closest stroke. So like if you start here, the next closest would be right here. Go in, do this. Just trying to think like where your pen is moving to. So 1, 2, 3. A little bit faster. Like if I did it in the wrong order, I go all the way back here, and then it's wrong. So I go 1, 2. Oh, finish the tail there. That one didn't look very good, but say. Okay. That's Say. Alright, up next, and the last one is So. I should be circling them too. Oh, not covering them, but circling them. There we go. So is actually 2 strokes, but it kind of feels like 1. So you start with this little thing right here, and then you actually lift, and then go right here, and overwrite it. I didn't do a very good one there. Okay, let's try that again. So you start with the top, make like a little shape like that, go kind of overwrite it, and then go back down. Yeah, this one's always hard for me because I learned it different than this. So I learned this as a 1 stroke where it's just like a 1, 2, 3, but you don't lift your pen ever. So I always kind of mess this one up. See, like they're disconnected. Oh no. So yeah, it can be a little tough to do that one. Okay, up next, let's do the T row. T's. Got T right here. So let's start off with Ta. Ta is a 4 stroke. So Ta starts with a nice top horizontal, and you top vertical at a little bit of an angle, and then you kind of make like a ko. That's it. So top horizontal, top vertical, and the ko. I feel like toes are pretty common, or tas are pretty common, so that one gets drawn a lot. Okay, and now let's talk about the chi. Now, if you thought sa was bad, here we go. This one's easy to mix up with sa because they're basically the same but backwards. But I think chi is kind of easier. So it's just one from the left and a little. Oh, it was terrible. Try that again. Yep, that's it. One, two. Don't really want to go under. To stop here. Keep messing it up. Ugh, I'm so bad at this tablet. It's so hard. That's better. Okay. All right, and next is two. Say nice one stroke. So you start from right here, and you just do a loop that finishes about there. So, oh, that was not. I did not. I lifted too soon. No. So that's Sue. And then next is Tay. Lots of Tays out there. Tay's one stroke. One. Tay's very easy. Okay. Toe. Now toe I learned backwards, so I have to remember. Draw one, and you connect to it. You draw one, and you connect to it. Yeah, I learned it backwards. See, that's kind of what can happen really easily when you draw it backwards. But what? Not a great toe, but I'm gonna blame the tablet. Okay, up next we got the in row. So let's start off with na. Na is 4 strokes. So top horizontal, top vertical, and the little hat over here, and then a fun little loop. Okay, I went a little too far on the last loop. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so the loop should be like at the same spot as the end of the little hat over there. So 1, 2, 3. Too far, but yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Na. The money. All right. Finish na. Let's do knee. Like that part on your leg that bends. So we got 1, the vertical on the left, the top, and then the bottom. So that's kind of like another ko. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Knee. Pretty easy. All right. Now it's new. I feel like you don't use new very often, but maybe I'm wrong. So new is got a little bit of a curl to it, but it's actually only 2 strokes. So draw 1 from the top left, it's angled a little bit, and then you do a double loop. You're supposed to cross through right there. The 1, cross through it, and give it a tail. Yeah. So that's good. So like the word inu is dog. So it's like dogs have tails. And so that's how I always remember it. So inu, dogs have tails. Alright, let's see. Next, we just finished new. So now let's do nay. Alright, let me take a drink too. Alright. Nay is kind of like very similar than new. It's just a little bit more straight, I would say. So start off with a straight vertical line, and then you do kind of a little bit of a journey here. So you're gonna go from make a vertical or horizontal, angle down, draw over it into another loop. That's not the best nay, but it's pretty good. One, two. Now this line should be underneath that. Again, I'm kind of making an angle here. Yeah, I'm getting too close there. Getting too close there. I want to draw a better one. Okay, I feel okay about that one. That got worse. They're turning into twos. Oh no. Alright, fair enough. Alright, and no is one stroke. So no, this guy right here. No. 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 Alright, no, it's easy. And now we're in the H row. H row. H row. So here's ha. So start from the left. Vertical line. Horizontal line. And the down loop. Ha, ha, ha. Ha is very common. Because you use it as a particle, not just a character for words. So ha's are very common. Alright, up next is... where did my mouse go? There it is. He's actually one stroke, so just straight, loop, straight. A little bit more of an angle to it. So like this one should be up. And this bottom one's a little more down. Probably too much of an angle. No, so this one's kind of more flat horizontal. Down, bigger at the bottom. This one goes that way more. So yeah, kind of like that. Kind of looks like an upside down omega. Oh, okay, this one I always struggled with learning to write. Okay, you start with the top flash. Then you do kind of the upside down question mark looking thing. And then you do the left side and the right side. So it's 1, 2, 4. See, I always learned it as like just kind of right, but the shape of this one's a little bit off. It doesn't need to have this like hook necessarily. It should be more of like a yeah. And it's like really easy to like, oh gosh, what am I doing here? It's like really easy to like leave the pen down. I don't know if I can do this with the tablet. I'll try. Okay. Well, let's get away from that. I'm scared. Up next is hey. Hey. He is a very simple one stroke, so it's just wah, 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 wah. And it should be like a little bit like uneven, so like it's not 50-50. It's like 1, 2. So it's like this should be like a third basically. So wah, wah, kind of it. Upside down seagulls. Okay, up next is ho, which is very easy to mix up with ha. But honestly, you write them the same way, just with one extra stroke for ho. So vertical, 1, 2, and loop on the bottom. So vertical, 1, 2, loop. Vertical, 1, 2, loop. Yeah. Vertical, 1, 2, loop. Yeah. Ho 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 ho. We're like Santa. Alright. Imro. So ma, very simple. So 1, 2, a loop. It's kind of like an even easier ho. 1, 2. Yeah. I don't know why I'm going that angle again. There we go. And this one should be a little smaller. Okay. Alright, next, me. These 2 strokes. So, take the little loop. You give it a tail. I feel like that was my best first one in a while. Getting better, maybe? I don't know. Okay, that was me. Next up is Moo. Moose, 4 strokes. Got 1. And we do. Wait, really? That's an extra stroke? I always learned it as 3. Moo? I guess it says that on the little guide I'm looking at that's 2 strokes. So let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I see. Okay. So 1. I don't know. I always learned it this way. So. Moo, 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 moo. All right. Up next is May. All right, and May. Don't mix it up with New. Because remember, New has a tail. May does not. 3 strokes. 1. Oh yeah, it's 2 strokes. Sorry. It's like, wait, where's the 3rd stroke? So it's a flash loop, flash, big loop, flash, big loop. Oh, too big of a loop. All right, that's not too bad. All right, and then next we got Mo. Okay, Mo. Mo's pretty easy. Mo is 3 strokes, so horizontal, and a little hook. Mo. Writing the words for peach. Momo is peach. Alright, and now our 3 Y's. Alright, so yeah. Yeah. So yeah is 3 strokes. Let's draw it. So 1. And since it's closer, I do right here, and then the long line down. Right? So, yeah. That's it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Time. Use 2 strokes, so you do kind of like almost a fish shape, and you put a line through it. Put a line through it, and then yo gabba gabba. 2 strokes. So you do the flat loop, do the flat. Easy money. Okay. Just a couple left. Ooh. Oh no, hopefully. I moved it around a bit. Okay. Panic. Okay. Alright, we've got the R row next. We're getting close. Rah! 2 strokes. 1, and then hook. 1, and then a little bit flatter hook. Wow, there we go. Rah! I'm making that bottom part way too big. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, rah. Okay, re strokes. Top left, and the bottom goes under it. Maybe not that close, but like more of a little flourish is fine. Yeah, so that was a lot better. Yeah. All right, Rue is actually one stroke. So one with the loop. Rue. Rue. Okay, and then Re is one straight line, and then you do the right through it. Yeah. Go. Not that sharp there. Okay, kind of. Okay, up next is Row, which is the same as Rue, just without the finishing bit. Nice. Nice. And then our last couple exceptions. Alright, so we got this one right here, which is wah. Wah is two strokes, one vertical, and then it's kind of like re, but like open. Don't do the little tail at the end. So wah. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice. And then our next one can also be like the archaic. I don't think that's used for them. It's like whoa. We're just gonna call it O, because that's usually how it's pronounced nowadays. Start off with the flat horizontal, then you do like a little weird, almost coup. You'll loop through it. That. Whoa! We went wild on that one. Try that again. Yeah, that was a little weird. Whoa. Alright. And then our last one in hiragana for today is the hanging sound. It's just one character, one stroke. And it doesn't get used a ton, but it's at a lot of words have it ending there, yeah. Yeah, I meant to say you won't see it too often because you only use it at the end of words, so. Okay. Right, alright. Okay, so that's hiragana. What's next after hiragana? Close that. Well, we can do a couple sample words. Yeah. Try that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. So we can do So that's to eat. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then yeah, that's house. Okay. Okay, so EA. Nice. How about cool. How about... Okay. Whoops. Whoa, what happened there? Wait. Above. Above. That B got messed up. Oh no. Okay. Wait. And then U is A. Okay. So yeah, even with like 2 vowel sounds, there's a lot of words you can make. So here, let's try a couple out of the basic vowels. Let's try like, oh, I drew my old king. Go. Yeah, king. Let's see more words that are suggested here. So this is on. I remember the stroke order as I go. On is like girl, woman. So like on. Yeah. Okay. One more. Yeah. Oh. Aku. Music. Yeah. We're getting there. Okay, we're making some words. This is fun. Alright. So that's hiragana. So if you can use hiragana, you can pretty much make all the sounds, all the words. That's some of the basic sounds. So now let's try some katakana. So I'm gonna find another chart real quick. Katakana. Place it. Select it. No, I want to. There we go. Go. Select on that. Go back to this layer. Wait. No, I selected the wrong thing again. Okay. There we go. Alright, so katakana is the second script we're going to look at. And it's very similar to hiragana. It has all the same sounds, all the same exceptions. The only difference is it's only used primarily for like foreign words. So there's a lot of words that you just can't, like, the sounds don't really work as well in the typical Japanese like phonetic structure. So a lot of like foreign words are just katakana to kind of denote, okay, this is a foreign word. It also kind of makes it stand out a little bit compared to other words. Sometimes it's used just like to make a word like stand out more, but in general it's used for like foreign words. So a lot of like words are basically turned into katakana. So I don't really want to go over exactly like all the sounds again, but they're exactly the same. Ah sounds, oops, sounds, oo sounds, S sounds. So those are all the exact same. So let's take a look at the stroke orders again. So here we go. So I'm looking at my katakana sheet here. So compared to like hiragana, katakana is a lot more sharp angles and like straight lines. So it kind of looks like a little bit more like mechanical, I think is a good way to describe it. So I think it's a little bit easier. Oops. What's I doing there? Okay. Oh no. Deselect. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's start off with 2 strokes. So what, and a nice line down. A little too angular there. Or not angular enough, rather. So there is a little bit of a curve down. I'm curving it too much now. Yeah, so it's like that. Good enough. Alright, and then E, 2 strokes. Alright, so up and down. Up. Wait, do I start here? Oh no, I don't know. I'm not sure which way you start. Oh well. Okay, that's E. Let's see, ooh. So ooh is 3 strokes. So you actually kind of have to fill it in a little bit. 1, 2, 4, wow. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Wow. That one wasn't very good, but that's okay. Okay. Alright, not bad. Okay. Moving on. E. Also 3 strokes. Start. Top. 2, 3. The bottom should be bigger. 1. Kind of like a big I, which is confusing because it's the A sound. So don't get it twisted. Nice. Okay. And then the last of our first column is the O sound. O is 3 lines, 3 strokes. Horizontal, vertical with the tail, and then the angle. Good for the first one. I gave this one a tail in the wrong spot. I just noticed that well. Okay, and that's our first row. Moving on. Alright, it's our old friend, the katakana ka. Looks a lot like the hiragana ka, but it's more angular and has a little extra bit. It's more down. Bah. Yeah, okay, that one's pretty easy. And even easier, the katakana key looks a lot like the hiragana key. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, bah. And this second one should be bigger. Yeah. Easy. Katakana ku is also 2 strokes and pretty easy. See how it looks a lot like hiragana ku? 1, 2. Oh, that was that. There we go. Now, the very easily mistaken for ku, the katakana e. You can see that these two are pretty similar. So the difference is this line goes over, whereas the ku is just 1. You just want to make sure that's really distinct. Go. Easy. last in this column is ko. So one line, line. Now be careful because you don't want to go over like I did there. One line. Get better. Ah. There we go. Probably make it a little bit too wide. Oh gosh. Tablets are scary. Okay. That's enough ko. Alright. Up next is sa. Right here. Sa, dude. So 1, 2, 3. A little bit too curly there. So 1, 2. Great. Kind of looks like a K, like hiragana K. That's it. K or sa. And then, oh gosh, the problem child. These two right here are super easy to mix up. So the stroke order is vitally important. Get these two right. So start from the top. Draw the top. You don't have to go back and forth. So 1, 2. Start from the bottom left and go up. Whoop. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. So that's she. Okay. Sue. Sue is 2 lines. Do that and bottom. Blah. Yep. Sue. They is 2 lines. So the vertical, that horizontal with the hook, loop. Horizontal with the hook, loop. Whoop. I'm not getting the sizing right. There we go. Right, cool. And then, so, oh man. These ones are always such a pain. So you have to watch where the angle of these little hashes. This one's much more vertical, so it's down. And the line itself is actually going to start down. So this one you kind of break the rule a little bit. You start from the bottom, or you start from the top right. That second line. So. Okay, I'm getting there. Alright. I know this is hard. Okay, we got ta. So ta goes 1. And it can go through a little bit. It's okay. Alright, that's ta. Alright. Let's speed this up a little bit. Let's okay, chi. 3 strokes. 1, 2. Not that good. 1, 2. Little hook. No. 1, 2. It'd be like yeah. 1, 2. Alright. Our friend Sue. Okay, so compared to the she, these lines have to be vertical, so it's gonna be more of a 1, 2, start from the top. 1, 2, start from the top. They're supposed to be a little bit angled. So that's a su, whereas 1, 2, chi. Alright. Alright, up next is hey, 3 lines. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then go 1, 2, 1, 2. Connected a little better than I'm doing, but there you go. Alright. Key line done. Alright, let's do the inline. Here we go, here we go. Ooh. Alright, so let's start off with na. 2 lines, really pretty easy. So horizontal. Really horizontal, come on. Horizontal. Curve. Horizontal. Curve. Oh, geez. Horizontal. Curve. What? Wow. Okay, not bad. Alright. And then knee. Oh, knee is actually really easy. That's just 2 horizontal. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. Knee. Alright, how about new? 2. Hook. Line. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Kind of messing up the sizing a little bit, but yeah. Okay. And nay here. This is a 4-stroke. 1, 2, 4. Kinda. 1. Oh gosh. There's a little button on my stylus that I keep hitting. So 1, 4. 4. Okay. And everybody's favorite, the no. The no is great. It's 1 stroke. You start from the top right. No. Okay. Ha. Ah. That's pretty easy. It is 2 strokes. Yep. And you go up and then down. Wait, you start. Haha. That? I can't tell where they start on this one. Yeah, okay. That's it, I think. Okay. He's 2 strokes. So. Okay, foo. 1, 2. This is 1 stroke, but there's just 2 movements. Hey is the exact same as katakana for hiragana. Same in both. Ho is pretty easy. Hoteru. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can add a little bit of a on the vertical, the second one. Yeah. Oh. All right. Next is ma. All right, let's do it. 2 strokes. 1. That's not a very good one. 1, 2. 2. Pretty good. Ma. Okay, up next is me. It's 3 strokes and they're all the same, pretty much. 1, 2, and the third one should be a little bigger. 2, 3. Okay. Me. And then mu is kind of like an upside down ma. So it's just 1, 1, 2. I don't know. I feel like this one's easier than 2. Okay, and up. Okay. Start with the long line first. Short line. Too bad. Can be a little bit more curved on that first line. But yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Alright, next we got a mo. Okay, so 1 is a little bit bigger. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, easy stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty easy. 2 strokes. A lot like the hiragana one. A little more angular. So 1, 2. Not quite that big of an angle, so 2. That was better. Yeah. Easy. Yo, I always thought looks like, or you always kind of looks like that. 1, 1, 2. How about yo? 1, 2, 3. Kind of like a backwards E. So yo, yo, yo. Yo, that E is backwards. Oops. Okay. Alright, we're back to R's. Alright, ra. 1, 2. Easy stuff. Easy stuff. Oh, that was bad. Gotta get one last good one. There we go. Okay, Ru. 1, 2. So, curve, curved. Curved, sharp. Yeah, yeah. And then Ray. 1, 2. Oh, wait. So it's sharp, but then this part kind of not quite that. Kind of like a check mark almost. And then row is a fun little box. So you start with 1 vertical, L, row. All right. And then our last couple. So we got wa, very simple. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 strokes. And then which is very easy to mix up with so make sure that this one is going much more flat. And you start from the bottom and go up. Flat, up. So it's like, okay, like I always think vertical, so vertical su. So su so vertical, chi or shin is flat. All right, and then the katakana o doesn't really get used that much. Sometimes it's just like a woe sound, but let's just do it just for here. So 1, 2, and kind of a 1, 2, yeah. This one is not commonly used, so all right, that's katakana. Let's see if we can do some words. All right, let's try one. So da 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 da. Let's do America. Yeah. That's America. So America. Not bad. Alright, and let's try this is Russia, so, but it's being turned into katakana, so it's like ro shi so it's like roshia. How they would pronounce it in Japanese, roshia. And then let's see. Very familiar with this one. The bus, which has kind of a basu. How you would pronounce that in Japanese, basu. And then like a motorcycle. Oh, I just said it. Oh no. Oh, let's write it anyway. So like a motorbike. So like bike. All right. How about this one? Oh, this sounds good right now. Oh man. Oh. Falling apart, guys. Fried potato. So fura. Here, that's right. Fura. Do. Oh. Hey. So fried potato. Fried potato. Like French fries. Something like that. Alright. That's hiragana and katakana. Now there's a couple things that can be modifiers here. So here we go. Let's add yet another layer. Yeah. Oh no. So there's some exceptions to like some of the phonetics. So for example, if you need to get a you need to get like a certain sound that isn't in those bass sounds, because you notice that there's like a couple consonants that just aren't there. So what you need to do for those is you need to add in some stuff. Alright, let's hide that. Hide that. There you go. Yeah. I'll have to prepare these on Clip Studio ahead of time next time. Sorry. So you notice that there was no like G, Z, D, E, or P sounds. And to get those, you just basically add a couple extra parts to the character to get that sound. So, gosh, what are those called? It's tentens, I think? Yeah. But you just add those to the characters and creates those new sounds. So like the H's, when you add a little circle to them. So like this is a good old oh. But then when you add a little two marks to the side, it becomes a O sound. So the H's can turn into B with the 10-10, but you could also add a little circle to it. That will make it a wah, wah, a circle, which is a sound. So yeah, they basically just like add a couple sounds to change the consonants around a little bit. Yeah. And it's the same thing, so like S's with the 10-10 turn into Z's. Oh, whoops. Oh no. Alright, there we go. So like yeah, like Sa becomes Za. She becomes kind of a G sound. I don't really know what the difference between these two is, between the G and G. I don't really know if they're pronounced differently or if it's just like a writing difference, so I'm not sure there. Um, so yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So yeah, so basically K can turn into E, and S can turn into C, and then E can turn into a D, and then H can turn into either a B or a P. And so yeah, you have all these extra characters you can add in. And it's the same for katakana as well. So it's the exact same rule. There's a lot of different things you can do with that. It's kind of fun. So you can make a lot of different consonant sounds just by adding in those extra characters. Let's see what else you can do. There are also some like combined sounds. So one of the reasons why there's not that many Y sounds is the Y sound is also kind of like a compound sound. So let's hide this, and we can make that a little bigger. Let's make that bigger. Bigger. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so you have these combination sounds you can make. So for example, if you have a ya sound, you can add that in as like a small ya, and it will just kind of make like a combined sound. So like, let's go over to key, so key with a little small ya becomes like a kya sound. So like K, yeah. So you can make a few hybrid sounds with that. Now, not every character does that, but a lot of them do. So basically, if you take, I think it's like the I sounds. So like the ki, ji, chi, ni, yeah. So like the I sounds can mix, and then you can just add in those hybrid sounds. So like the U, if you have a small U, it becomes a U. So yeah, you can make a lot of different sounds with that. That's the same thing for small yo becomes yo. So yeah, that's how you make some of those extra sounds that are a little bit more complex consonant sounds. So you just mix them together. All right. There's also some hard consonants. So hard consonants would be like a double consonant in a lot of English words. So like an example in English would be something like apple. So apple. When you say the word apple, you say like apple. And so that ending part, the ap pa pa pa, the only standing consonant, like hanging consonant, is n in Japanese by itself. So it's the n sound. But you can actually make it within words. So not like the end of the word, but like the middle consonant. You can make those hard by adding a special character in between them. So basically, it's kind of the same as like adding a small like Y character. Just add a small su. So it kind of looks like, and you see this a lot in katakana because there are so many like English or German or Spanish words that have those hard consonants. So like a cup would be so it would basically get in the Japanese phonetics would be like a pop boo because you need that like ending vowel. So how do you make this consonant, this hard double P? Is you basically add a small two. So since it's katakana, you're gonna draw katakana ka, and then you're gonna make a small su, and then a poo. And so it becomes kapu. So this little small su is basically telling you whatever letter is here is doubled. So like the poo becomes a double P. Yeah. So if we needed like a apta, we do a hiragana ka, small su, and a ta. That's kata. So that's how you make hard vowels, is you add small su. So small y's make these. Small su's are for hard consonants. Oh, my handwriting's great. Alright. And then the last kind of like phonetic thing is long vowels. So some vowels, so for example, if a vowel has kind of like an extra like emphasis to it, something you can do is you can add an extra vowel to it. So for example, if the vowel ends with like an ah sound, you extend it by adding another ah sound. If it ends with an or a sound, you extend it with another sound. Draw the and if it's an oo or an o, you extend it with another oo. So for example, the word for mother has a long a sound in it. So it is o. Oops, that's a bad o. O ka, and it's a long a right here. So you add another a. O ka. San. So that's like o the way you pronounce it is o just kind of hang it there for a bit. You just add that in to make it a little longer. San. Yeah. Yeah, you can also do it like the word for student is ga u se, and since this is an e sound, to make it longer, so it's ga u se. So that's the long one. Gakuse. They just have a little bit of an emphasis on that. Yeah, that's long consonants. And then the last one, I need to get one more chart. There are some sounds. There are some sounds that just don't play nice with the others. Okay. Yeah, there are some sounds that just don't play nice with native Japanese, especially a lot of like foreign words. So katakana has to get a little bit creative with those. So there are special katakana sounds for um, basically words that don't really fit the, um, the rest of the Japanese structure. So these are kind of like compound katakana only sounds. So yeah, you use a lot of these for foreign words, foreign names have a lot of them. A lot of Western names will have compound katakana names or characters in them. So this is just showing you a few of them. So like the word sofa, not really a fa sound. So to make that fa sound, they kind of mix fu and ah. So it's like a fua, fua. So that's kind of what the fa sound comes from. There's not really a we sound, so they have to mix u and e to we. There's not really a true wo sound, so they have to mix u and o. There's not really a true che sound, so they mix chi and e. So chi, chi. So there are, if you see like small katakana, it's basically just trying to like mix sounds. And if you just kind of say them slowly together, it can kind of give you those sounds. So that's it. That's katakana, hiragana. I'm a little scared to talk about kanji right now, so I think we'll come back to it. But just there is a third script. So yeah, we should probably list what all the scripts are. So there's hiragana, and hiragana is just like it's like all the sounds. It's all phonetic. You can totally write in it. You can totally read in it. But if you try to write in nothing but hiragana, it looks really kind of like childish, I guess, and it's really hard for like native speakers to read it because they're looking for the kanji. Kanji kind of lets them know, like, here's a word, here's a like a phrase or something like that. They'll have to kind of like say it out loud. Is what my impression I get if it's all in hiragana. That's hiragana. Then you got katakana. And katakana is like foreign words. Foreign words. Or sometimes it's used for just like emphasis. So like dramatic effect. Like I think the best way to think of it is if we like italicize the word in English, it katakana has kind of the same effect. And the other script that we've been kind of already seeing is the script we're trying to get away from is romaji. Romaji. So romaji is where we use like Roman characters. So like up here, chekku is in romaji. It's basically you take the sounds and you put them in like basically the same alphabet that you'll see like in English, Spanish, and German. It's just kind of like Romanizing those languages. It's not the worst thing ever if you rely a lot, but want to get to reading the hiragana and katakana as best you can. And it's it's kind of a crutch. And then the last one, the beast, kanji. Oh, kanji. I can write. So kanji, they're Chinese characters, and they've been adapted for Japanese, and so they're pronounced differently in Chinese and Japanese, but a lot of them do share meaning, so kind of easy to go back and forth. I've heard if you speak either one, but they're used very differently in Japanese compared to Chinese. Some of them can have a lot of strokes. Some of the characters are really complicated, and they can have different readings depending on how they're used. So, for example, there's roughly like 2,000 different characters that are used in like modern Japanese, and so uh, it can be a lot for a beginner to kind of learn. So it's probably going to be the hardest part to learn about the language. Um, my kanji skills right now is like 50. I don't know. It's been a long time. Um, that's something we're gonna have to work on. But yeah, kanji can be really simple. So like my example website, first kanji they show is oops, it's I mean person hito. But there's other readings you can add to it when it's with other characters, other letters. So like this can be read as hito, but it can also be read as jin, depending on which reading is being used. So you have different readings. So for an example, the a single character reading, which would be the kunyomi, kun reading, Kun. So yeah, you have those two different readings. So, but then when you add another character to it, it can change into something very different. So for example, you add um, like oh gosh, I'm getting the stroke order. So oh no, hon. It means Nihon Jin instead of Hito. So like Hito becomes Jin. Yeah, and so that's the onyomi, the on reading. I can write. So there's those two readings. Now, the question that I know people learning Japanese go when they start looking at those 2,000 kanji, and there are many different readings, how they're used and how they're very hard to memorize. People just go, oh, why? Well, phonetically, there's not a lot of as much variety in Japanese compared to other languages. So there's a lot of homonyms. So in written Japanese, kanji is just a good way to like quickly distinguish like what words are different because they will use different characters. So all having them written very differently just makes it a lot easier to understand if there's so many different homonyms. But yeah, it's what makes us non-native speakers cry. So kanji, sadness. But we do have to. There is a list of kanji that we have to know for that N5 test. So we're gonna do it, boys. We're gonna get some kanji, but I think we're gonna save kanji for another day because I'm starting to get tired and hungry. Man, this is taking a lot out of me. I thought I could go longer. This might be a good spot for me to stop because I'm starting to get and I need to get some food in me, I think. But I'd love to do these more often, so maybe get some people. Who knows? But yeah, so I don't know. I'm having fun with this. So if you enjoyed this, yeah, give me some follows. I don't know. I'm really new at this whole like streaming and all this stuff, so any support is cool. But yeah, we're just having fun here. So I'll try again later. I might just play a game just to kind of decompress after this first one. Yeah, we did hiragana, we did katakana. Got some practice writing in with my tablet. I think that's successful. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling. Okay, well, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching if this is on YouTube. Yeah, I'm friendly Taunted Driftwood. And I can't find the stop stream button, so oh there it is. Okay. Alright, have a lovely evening.